Every car company needs an entry-level model, and for the past 10 years for Ferrari, that's been the California. Unfortunately, the California was a bit American. It was heavy at the back, had a big butt, it was seen as a bit soft. Everything is relative, of course. It was still incredibly fast and fun in some sort of way. But Ferrari has now fixed the California problem. They've taken the name away, they've fixed it by calling it Portofino, and they've made it look like this. Absolutely delicious. So, the new Portofino is beautiful, absolutely, sculpted. You want to run your hands over it, you could eat it. I would eat it with a spoon. So it looks like a proper Ferrari, but does it feel like one? Does it drive like one? My theory with the California always was that it was a Ferrari for people who didn't really want a Ferrari. They wanted the brand, they wanted the experience, they wanted to feel special, they liked the colour red, but they didn't want to be scared. So here was a Ferrari for people who wanted to pose, basically. I don't want to be mean, but that's what it was. A real Ferrari should scare you a little bit. It should be loud, it should be frightening. You can probably notice that this isn't frightening or loud at this stage, but we're in comfort. If I switch to sport, we change the gears down, you can hear something now, I can feel something now. This is more like it. Yes, yes, this would seem to be a proper Ferrari. Now, sound has always been a big thing for this brand, and it's very difficult to make a naturally aspirated sound come out of a turbocharged engine. They've done their very best. Some of the time it does sound underwhelming, some of the time it does sound like a donkey sneezing. But in the right mode, with the right application of throttle, you're definitely getting the genuine experience. I would say overall, the California was a 6 out of 10 Ferrari. This is more approaching 8 out of 10. Whereas the cars like the Superfast or the 488 are 12 out of 10, 15 out of 10, 16,000 out of 10. But still, you're getting a lot of Ferrari experience for a bargain price. It's only $400,000. Is it quick? Yes. 0 to 100, 3.5 seconds. 0 to 200, 10.8 seconds. When you think about it, that is astonishingly quick. We're talking about a 441 kilowatt V8 engine. That's serious stonk. But if you put it in comfort and drive it around town, you could live with it every day. The interior is very nice, the screen, everything is up to date. It's a lot more modern feeling and a lot more lush feeling than California. This car is also supposed to handle better, steer better, and to be better in every single way. The steering is interesting because they've gone to electronic power steering. It's not the first time. The first car with that was the Ferrari Superfast, but the tradition of hydraulic steering, the amount of feel you can get, is obviously changed entirely with electronic power steering. They say they can channel out the things you don't want, bumps, unpleasantness, over-chatteriness of the steering, and they can bring in all the things you do want. Overall, it feels a bit light at the straight ahead, but it does weigh up nicely in corners. In fact, cornering this car is a bit of a joy. Something of the sound has been lost though. Old Ferraris, naturally aspirated Ferraris, did sound like God clearing his throat or singing an aria. The new one, it's like it's trying to make the sound. It's like a simulacrum of what a Ferrari used to be. You can hear it coming on. It's almost there, but it's not quite the same. So in the end, I guess the question is, would it make you happy? Certainly yes. And it has a little party trick that you can pull off, from turning it into a fantastic looking coupe to an also quite amazing looking convertible. The new car can do this at speeds of up to 40 kilometers an hour. We'll try it now. – 14 seconds it takes. It might feel longer. And now, with the roof down, it sounds even better. Now, if you've got two functioning eyes, you can probably tell this is a seriously beautiful car. But what I love about Italian design and Ferrari design in particular is everything beautiful has to be here for a reason. So one of the design highlights of the car is this scoop down the side, but it's there for a reason. The air comes through the headlight here, it comes down the side, it comes out here. That reduces drag over the bonnet. It also cools the brakes and reduces disturbance in the air here. The scoops on the bonnet, they're beautiful, but they're there for a reason. Everything about it has a purpose, and mostly that purpose is making you feel great every time you look at the car, but there are engineering reasons underneath all that. It just makes me so happy. Okay, so just one more thing about the design. When the folding hardtop roof goes into the boot, it has to have this little shape to hold it in, but they've also made it look just like the back of a 488 Spider. And if you look at the back of the car as a whole, it looks like a proper Ferrari. So much more attractive than the California. And for that reason, almost more than anything, I think this car will be a huge success, because it looks like a Ferrari, it feels like a Ferrari, and it just makes you want a Ferrari.